So many times today in the world, when I look at the news and I read the newspaper, I become frustrated. And I know a lot of you do too, because there's so much going on in the world today. So I titled this poem, Times of Tribulation.
Times of tribulation.
Times of tribulation are in the air. People are feeling it everywhere. Poison in the water. Poison in the air. It seems like life itself isn't even fair. Anger steadily showing. Armies steadily growing. And we constantly read in the papers of crashes by a boat. People starving and children crying. Men and women with diseases dying. Times of tribulations are suddenly here. Neighboring countries always fighting. The constant sound of lightning. And it seems somehow frightening how tribulations reappear. The Bible speaks of revelations, whereas men speak of realizations. And while the world is filled with a host of frustrations, now's the time
Times of tribulation. Times of tribulation. Times of tribulation. Times of tribulation.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's time for another edition of Victory in Sight, and this is God in Action Publications and Ministries. Today I want to be brief. I'm in Mexico celebrating with my grandson his upcoming birthday, but we are also preparing the people of God. We are preparing to celebrate Yahshua, Jesus Christ, life, death, and resurrection. And as we do that, my brothers and sisters, we must prepare for this in memory of a risen Savior. Remember, He's a risen Savior. That's the key for the celebration. And I want to share with you one of his messages this morning. He talked about the weeds and the wheat. He talked about how our enemies will come and try to throw weeds in our life to mix with the wheat. But he reminded us one important thing. There's a harvest. There is a harvest. And at the harvest, that's the time for celebration. Because that's when the harvesters separate the wheat from the weeds. So no matter how much negativity the naysayers have, no matter how much negativity that they throw into your life, no matter how much negativity that they bring to you, in due time, my brothers and sisters, all of that will be thrown away. There will be a separation of the weeds and the wheat. And the weeds will go to the fire, and the wheat shall go to the celebration. Do you know that no weapon formed against a child of God can prosper? Yet, as we look around the world today, we see weapons formed against the people of God, against the children of God. Daily they form. Daily they seek to destroy. Daily they seek to annihilate you. They don't know that if you have the shield of faith, all of that is for naught. We, the people of God, are more than overcomers. You are more than an overcomer. Do you know who you are as a child of God? As we prepare to celebrate Yahshua, let us remember that message of the wheat and the weeds. The enemy will come at night seeking to destroy you, seeking to throw negativity in and around you. But remember, my brothers and sisters, joy comes in the morning. In the end, we always win. There's a lot going on right now, and a lot of people are scared and confused about leadership and about what's going on in America, what's going on in and around the world. But let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, don't be confused. Yahshua, Jesus Christ, told us about these times. He told us that they would come, and he told us that they would go. He told us that there would be times of tribulations. Those times of tribulation are right now. I played this song, Times of Tribulation Are in the Air. People are feeling it everywhere. Poison in the water, poison in the air. It seems like life itself isn't even fair. I wrote that over 30 years ago. But let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, those times of tribulation will continue. But God, as he told Abraham, I will free you. I will judge the enemy. That's the harvester. That's the separation. That's the time that our God steps in, steps up, and acts out. But we, the people, when we act, we are God in action. Let us continue to act. Let us continue to lift one another. Let us continue to gift one another. Let us continue to stand. Let us continue to fight. Let us continue to keep the victory in sight. When we do, the time will come for the separation. The time will come when the weeds and the wheat shall be separated by the harvesters. The harvesters are the angels of God who continue to watch over us day and night. They continue to keep you in their sight and help you in your worldly flight. Remember something, my brothers and sisters. Satan is great in the world, but God is above the world. Christ is above the world. As he overcame, we overcome. We will continue to overcome. We will continue to win. We will continue to be separated from those who would hate and seek to destroy us. The enemy is real, but so is God. The enemy is real, but so is God. We've got to remember that. We've got to lean not toward the ways of this old world, but toward the ways of our Father who is in heaven. If we do that, let me tell you, when it's time for the harvest, it's time to celebrate. When it's time for the harvest, it's time for you and I to celebrate. Overcoming, victory. Know that. Claim that. And until next week, my brothers and sisters, keep the victory in sight. And be ready for the harvest. It's coming in due time.
The reason that I have written Victory in Sight is because I believe that once you accept Jesus Christ in your life, you are victorious. And I compare being a Christian today with being an athlete. You see, because athletes must condition and train their bodies constantly, day in and day out. They must focus mentally as well as physically. And this is the same thing that Christians must do. For when we do that, truly we see victory in sight. The first poem tonight is entitled, I Shall Give and Follow. I shall give to my Lord my all in all, and then I shall wait to hear his call. If I give all I've got, I can never fail. For when I build with my Father, my ship is sure to sail. My strength is great, I am not weak. And as I walk with the Lord, I walk at my peak. I am built of stone, no evil can break. I shall never be broken. My Lord, I shall never forsake. He has given me hope to bear each hour. He has given me strength, given me power. As I walk in his steps, others shall follow. His powers are strong, his waters not shallow. And never has his love for mankind ever been hollow. To my Lord, my God, I shall give and follow.